All right, YouTube, let's go over Maaco's integrated clear urethane paint. This is actually Maaco's mid-tier, which is their one step up from the enamel paint. So as you look at this truck, this is the after getting it painted a couple days ago. I just got it back. I'll include a picture here in just a minute of the truck prior. It's a 95 Dodge Ram. As you know, all the 90s models Dodge Ram pickups, they're losing their paint. Some worse than others. This one was in terrible shape, as you can see by the photo. Excuse the neighbor's dogs. So this was $2,000 for this truck. It included the larger vehicle price increase, as well as the extensive prep work that was involved. So the paint, I think, with the large vehicle being about $250 extra, the paint itself was about $1,100, and the prep work was about $900. So the integrated clear urethane paint actually gives this truck a really nice shine, all things considered. I'm not at all mad at looking at it from afar, but once you get a little closer, I realize where Maaco messed up. Now I definitely know why they say do the prep work prior, and I read this, I knew that, but I kind of talked to the lady at Maaco and trusted that they would do a pretty good job at prepping it, but they didn't. They sanded it down pretty well. As you can see, it's got a nice clean finish considering how bad it was with buildup and rust and all that stuff from the years of sun damage and water damage. But let's go over my concerns with it. From afar, looks great. Up close, you're gonna start seeing the imperfections. Obviously, they're gonna paint on the headlights and stuff like that, and that's okay. These are relatively cheap, all things considered. I'm actually gonna buy new ones. They peeled this back just to paint a little bit onto it. I don't understand that. They didn't tape it off very well there. And as you can see, there's a nice line of paint on that. They didn't tape this off very well, so you got a ridge there. As you can see, they painted a little bit on that, which is the mirror there. They didn't tape off the window seal very well. They painted over this black piece right here, and when you look into it, they painted into it a little bit, but left a nice little piece there for me to work on. So you look at the seal over the windshield, nice large glob of paint coming down the seal there. Looking at the bed, they did fairly well going in over the bed rail there under the cover. Looking at this, I guess I could have done a little bit better there, but that's okay. But as you see, they painted over this trim piece, which I should have just taken off. For some reason, I'm old school and I kind of like chrome on white vehicles. But as you see here, they didn't tape that off very well. Going back to the rear tail light, there's a piece right there that didn't tape off too well. And paint into it, as you can see, there's overspray all over the brake light. And you look into just above the brake light there, they taped that off and didn't care to paint under it, of course. Overspray over this trim piece here. Tailgate looks pretty good, all things considered. Over the driver's side brake light, you can see taped it off, didn't paint. Did the same there. A little bit overspray on this brake line, but it's not too bad. And of course they didn't paint in here, which is okay. You know, looks reasonable enough. It was a white truck before, and looking there, you see they taped it off kind of half butt. As you can see, there's some right there, some flaking right here. Of course, they got a little bit on my gas cap, no big deal. No one sees that under there. And let's go in here and look a little bit. You know, they didn't paint right here, of course, but they did paint in here. And if you look at this, I kind of tape that off half-ass. And then looking in here, they did an okay job, but I mean, of course I could have paid more for them to actually paint inside the door jambs. Overspray on the mirror, no big deal. And again, the seal that goes right over the wind visor here, kind of half-ass taped off. And of course, this piece of trim here, overspray all over. Am I mad? No, it cost me 2,000 bucks. Anywhere else would have cost me double. Am I a little disappointed at the prep work? Yeah, pretty disappointed in the prep work. You know, it's something that I shouldn't complain about, but I'm going to, because I like to believe Maaco's going to make it right, especially if I just go ahead and detach these things and just throw them out, because, you know, they were a little weathered. A little bit of paint on the tire, so I guess it makes it look kind of cool. Brand new tire. So, anyways, this is Maaco's $2,000 paint job on my 95 Ram 1500. You know, I'm not going to say I'm super upset, but, you know, these are noticeable things when I turn around and sell it here, I don't know, in a year or two. But, I mean, I plan on keeping this truck, doing a little bit of work to it, having a little bit of fun with it. You know, it's got the 5.9. It's old school. Sits there and rumbles. Sounds good. You know, all things considered, it's okay. But these are things that I wanted to point out and show you guys that whenever you decide that you need to get a car painted, you got a mom and pop place that's going to do it for reasonable, just a little bit more than Maaco. Go ahead and pay them the extra, because you're going to deal with far less headaches, in my opinion. So, anyways, this is Maaco's $2,000 paint job on my 95 Ram 1500. If you guys got any questions, comment below. You know, tell me I'm silly for getting it done and not prepping it myself a little bit better. But I was in such a hurry. It is what it is. Right on. Y'all get back with me, okay? Thanks.